with 36 Brix here, and welcome to my live stream. Just a couple things I want to go over right before we get started. First and foremost, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot, and I can't say thank you enough. Second, please read the rules down in the description so that you guys have an idea of what to expect during the live stream. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification for notifications. That way you know exactly when I go live and when I post videos. Do have some special programs going on right now. During these live streams, you are more than welcome to donate to my channel in support of everything that I do. I appreciate all the love and support. Go ahead and hit that super chat and super sticker. What's really cool is if you donate via super sticker or super chat, I will match one exercise for every $1 you guys donate. What that means is if you guys donate $1, I do a jumping jack. If you guys donate $5, I'll do 5 jumping jacks. Donate to me if you want me to see. Hope you guys enjoy that feature. I also do have a new membership. It's an intro supporter membership. For $1.99 a month, you guys get access to a couple different specialized custom emojis, as well as the membership icon showcasing your support. If you like my content and want more, please go to patreon.com/36brix. That's patreon.com/36brix. Check out my memberships, and if you like what you see, please sign up, and we'll get you going. Let's get started. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, how's it going, guys? Let me take off my spiffy shades. No, just kidding. Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing amazing. Today is a great day as always. So first and foremost, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button to show your support. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's an amazing day. I'm super excited. We have lots of fun stuff involving today, so I am super excited. So let me check in with chat. Mr. P, hello, hello, hello. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. I am doing well. Thank you very much. And Triple D. Oh my gosh, man, that is amazing. Thank you very much. $10 super chat. Says, you know the routine, warm up with some push-ups. All right. I guess we're warming up with some push-ups. Let me get things a little situated. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Let's see. Carl, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Well, not my friend. You ain't my friend. You my bro. How's it going, Carl? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Mr. P laughing. So yeah, Danny wants me to do some push-ups. He donated $10, so I am going to be doing 10 push-ups. I don't want to get my gray shirt dirty with gray dirt. So I guess it wouldn't matter if I kept that on. But yeah, so I am going to adjust things real quick just to make some room. But yeah, once again, as always, thank you, Danny. I really do appreciate it. All the love and support, my friend. It really does mean a lot. So, even though these are blurpees, I am going to basically give myself a heart attack with these types of push-ups, which is totally fine. Okay, whatever. I need to get this fat off. So, here we go. All right, so 10 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. All right. Triple D says, good job. We were cheering you on. Well, thank you very much, my friend. Still trying to catch my breath, but I appreciate all the love and support, dude. For those of you that don't know what just happened, I have made a pledge to try to lose weight. I'd really love to lose at least 50 pounds by next year. More specifically, by June of next year. I think that's very attainable. That's about 5 pounds, a little less than 5 pounds a month. I think I can do at least that. So I'm very excited. I have been trying to eat healthier, having a salad for lunch, all that kind of fun stuff. But essentially what just happened was I have made a pledge to, for every $1 donated in Super Chat and Super Sticker, I will do the equivalent of 1 exercise. So, donate $5, I'll do 5 exercises, or 5 repetitions of a single exercise, excuse me. If you can't tell, I am highly out of shape. Although round is the most perfect shape in the universe, I'm just trying not to be perfect. So, Triple D or Danny just donated an amazing $10 donation, Super Chat. So I did, and he wanted me to do push-ups. So, 10 push-ups. There I went. So, there you have it. Again, thank you very much, Danny. I really do appreciate it. All the love and support, my friend. Really does mean a lot. So, we have a few things in store for today's show, which I'm extremely excited about. One in which is me having a heart attack with all the super chats and super stickers. No, all seriousness, I am kind of starting, I want to start preparing for my next mock. For those of you that don't know, I do want to do a music store. And since the video line just dropped and I bought a bunch of those, the last stream that I was on, I put together all my beat boxes. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put together all of the minifigs that I've bought. I forgot what they're called, as well as put together all of the beat bits so that I can start basically putting together parts for the music store. So that is my goal for today. These are all, this is in a super huge bag, which is kind of stupid, but I want to get rid of this bag. Need these receipts. So those are all of the minifigs I'm going to be putting together as of right now. There are a couple beat bits that I am looking for that I would really like and hoping for to get. I already have a couple of them, so let's go ahead and crank these bad boys open and have fun. So, again, hope you guys are doing well. Let me check in with chat. Mr. P says, indeed, we were, good start, buddy. Yeah. So, again, how's everybody doing today? All right. Ooh. Now each minifigure, I believe, comes with 3 beat bits. So we have these right here. Now they could be beat bits that are duplicated and all that kind of fun stuff. So it just varies. I'm going to grab a cup because all of these black pieces are going to be sorted into that. I'm also going to open this up and start sorting, or start putting together, well, since I'm putting the beat bits together, what I will do is I will go ahead and showcase which beat bits I got, okay? So we just opened up the alien, which is an awesome little minifigure right here. Awesome little set, or little piece. I love the guitar. That is one of the reasons I really wanted the this minifigure, is that guitar, because that will go great in my music store. So I'm really looking forward to that. The beat bits that I received, here is one right here. It is what appears to be a minifigure soaping it up in a bathtub. So there's that one. Okay, then our second beat bit is what looks like a clock meteor coming down. So that is rather interesting. In fact, since I have this part camera, instead of I will just adjust this one so that I could show you here. Oh, sorry, let me Alright, so here is the first beat bit. Right there. Then we have this beat bit right here. Those are the two I just showcased. Then we have what looks like It almost looks like a ghost that is being shot by a ray from like a Ghostbuster. That is pretty cool. And I will put a, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'm going to probably try to keep my hand there, other than trash. So it's got to be right here. Perfect. Yeah. I don't have a pin so I could mark that spot, but we will see. Alright, so the second minifigure in this line, we will get rid of these two. Well, not get rid of them, but put those in the bucket. Alright, so this is Shark Boy. Now, to be honest, I wish these were like over a minifigure head. That way, if we wanted to take the shark head at any off, it would be more like a costume than anything else, but that's okay. Shark Boy comes with a microphone, which, to be honest, I wish they came with two microphones. But yeah, so there is the second minifigure right there. Very cool minifigure. I will be doing a video that showcases all of these in a little bit more depth. Then, three beat bits. We have what looks like balloons floating up in the air. Then we have what looks like a duck or something with a guitar. Can't tell if that's a duck or a pigeon. That's pretty cool. And then last but certainly not least, it looks like a thug DJ. Very cool. Alright. Next one. This was the guy I was hoping for the most. And out of a bunch of different tries, I finally got him, which is awesome. I actually wanted him for several reasons. I don't have any, I wanted him for my ice cream shop. I think he would be a good, I wish we would have gotten the minifigure head, and this was a costume, but I get it. But I really wanted him because he makes a really good mascot for my ice cream store, so we will put him there. Plus, I don't have any saxophones whatsoever, so I was really excited to get this saxophone piece for my store. Going back to chat, Triple D says, we said the same thing. Wish they had the minifigure head. Yeah, I mean, that way it's more like a costume, but I get why they didn't do it. Why they didn't do it that way? Because these aren't meant to be costumes, these are meant to be the minifigures. However, I still wish it was the costume. Now for the beat bits, these pieces go in here. So for the beat bit, we have what looks like a witch beat bit, which is pretty cool. I actually have a couple of these. It came with the a couple came of this same one came with the with the beat boxes. Give me the beatbox, believe my soul. I want to get lost in a Lego world and drift away. Yeah, drift away. Alright, this looks like a cat running maybe from the water. onto the beach. I'm not really sure. And then, oh, this is a cool one. This goes along with the ice cream dude, which is awesome. We got this one right here, and it is a couple of cupcakes, which is great because that can go, that would be a good one to go in my ice cream parlor as well. Going back to chat, Danny says, the ice cream guy is the only one we don't have. I gotcha. All right, so next one is the genie. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. You gotta build me the right way. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Alright, so here is the genie. To be honest, I was a little disappointed in the genie, but mainly because I actually thought the genie was another mermaid, so I was a little disappointed in that. But ultimately, it's a great little set. I mean, you could showcase it as an underwater genie if you wanted. I mean, that could easily be a different kind of mermaid, I guess. So we will put that in right there. Going to the beat bits, we have this butterfly beat bit. Very neat. Now, a lot of these beat bits have other languages on it, and I have no idea what they say. The second beat bit is a nice little ballerina. That is very cool. I likey-leaky that. As well as, it looks like the third beat bit is, looks like maybe two dance instructors or dancers. That's kind of neat. Now, along with this set comes this piece right here. It's a tambourine. I have mixed feelings about this tambourine, to be honest, just because I feel like it's a cop-out. All they did was print it on a round plate, or not plate, round tile, and they could have easily made this an actual minifigure accessory. So I'm a little disappointed by that, but ultimately it is what it is. But that can also go in the music store. So very excited about that piece. On to the next minifigure. This one, he is really cool. This is Shark Boy. I mean, I guess you can call it Shark Boy. Oh, forgot his tail. This minifigure is actually really cool. I really like the shark. Or wolf. Sorry, not Shark Boy. This is Wolf Boy. Again, I wish it was more of a mask than a head, but that's okay. You can literally always switch out the head for another piece. But I love the armor, or the overall look of the minifigure. It kind of looks like a biker. Very cool looking minifigure. So I like him. I want the tambourine. It does look cool. Yeah, the tambourine, and that was Brickman Dan. Hello, Brickman Dan. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. All right. Those pieces go in the tub. And give a dog a bone. We got 3 bones. Not sure why we have 3, to be honest. He can only hold 2. So it leads me to believe that they put in an extra bone, you know, and it's kind of one of those things where if they gave him an extra bone, why didn't they give Shark Boy an extra mic? Or, you know, the others an extra accessory. That's kind of surprising to me, but alright. Now, as far as the beat bits, yeah, Brickman Dan says, I want the tambourine. It does look good. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the tambourine looks great. I do plan on putting it in my music store. I think that would be a great little build, so I'm excited for that. So, as far as beat bits go, we have another cat trying to get out of the ocean, if that's what that is. So that is a duplicate. Then, ooh, we got this, I don't even know what to call this. This lightning figure, it's a little hard to see, sorry guys. But this lightning figure, it's a figure within a lightning bolt in a circle. It almost reminds me of like a Metallica kind of, you know, album cover with the wording, but very cool. And then last but not least, looks like, oh, it's I don't know what this is called, but it's a picture of I believe it's an African drum, and it's where they basically take two sticks. It's a bowl that has different sounds depending on where you hit it. I can't remember what it's called, but that is actually really cool. I like that. I like that they're incorporating other cultures in this. That is awesome. All right. That is a duplicate. All right, let's get the bunny going. All right, so now we have the bunny. I'm going to take out these parts and go ahead and put them in the bucket. And I am going to assemble her. Again, same thing. This is a minifigure, or the whole thing is a head versus an actual minifigure head, which is all right. Again, you can always switch it out. She will probably be my Easter bunny. I really like how she looks. Gives it a really good feel. Gonna place her on here. Now her accessory is a boombox, which I am actually excited for. I really like the boomboxes. And again, that will go in my music store. So I will place that right here. Now, in regards to beat bits, we have what looks like song notes. That is a very cool piece. I believe that is a duplicate, but I'm not sure. All right, I have no idea what this is, but it's cool nevertheless. Can't really tell if I have it upside down or what, but it looks maybe like a face with a throwing up a rainbow, maybe like a concert, maybe, because the purple alongside it. It's hard to tell on here, but the purple section is like, looks like an audience. I apologize for the blurriness. For whatever reason, it's not coming up properly. I love these cameras, but they don't focus. There's no focus. It's a fixed focus point. The further away you are, the better the focus is. They don't focus well up close. And this beat bit looks like a Elvis impersonator, maybe. That's really cool. What do you guys think of this line? What are your thoughts? Do you like the beat bits? Do you not like the beat bits? Do you like the beat boxes? Do you not like the beat boxes? Let me know in the comments in the chat. If you're watching this after the fact, please comment below. So here we have the cheerleader. Again, those parts go in the bucket. We're going to dress her up. She does have a regular minifig face, which, to be honest, rather surprises me, because I want to say, other than the genie, which the genie's face is purple, she is one of the only ones. I think the mermaid, her and the mermaid might be the only ones that have regular heads. Oh, and the samurai. Looks like the samurai. Oh, the cowboy does too. All right, well, I should shut up. All right, so here is the cheerleader. And I love her pom poms. I really like the pom poms. To be honest, I wish they weren't pink, but the pom poms are great. I kind of wish they were white because that would look great as like maybe something else, or I don't know. Pink just. I mean, I guess you might be able to use those as like cotton candy of some kind if you wanted to use them away from the minifigure themselves. But all in all, I love the detail. Going to the Beat Bits, we have what is commonly called El Pollo Loco, or the Crazy Chicken. That is what that Beat Bit is. It looks like a crazy chicken. For those of you that don't know what El Pollo Loco is a fast food restaurant that serves chicken. Let me know in chat, do you guys have El Pollo Loco? Alright. Ooh, this one's cool. Here we have a gunslinger. That is awesome. I might use that for my gun shop. Especially if I have a duplicate. That is definitely cool, which I think I do. But I'm not sure. As I have a couple cheerleaders. I know they're all mixed up as far as the extra beat bits, but we'll see. Ooh, this is another good one. It is the popcorn. It has popcorn on it. Alright guys, so let's see. Ooh, I'm trying not to do duplicates as of right now. I do have several duplicates of a few of these, so I want to make sure that I'm not doing the duplicates. Pop these parts in the bin. Dirty pop. Oh, I forgot the tail. Really like this guy. This guy is the fox. Or red panda. I forgot what he is. To me, he's like a red fox, I believe. I don't know his official name. Do really like this minifigure. It definitely would go good in a zoo or amusement park as a mascot. Most of the ones here actually would go really well like that. Let me put him on. Now, his accessory, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed in, but happy that I got it nevertheless. I say disappointed because it's not really different, so that disappoints me. However, I do like it because it's another boombox. It's just gray. So I do like the boombox. Brickman Dan says, I got them primarily for the tiles, not the minifigures. Well, buddy, if you want to send me the minifigures, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know, and I can, I can for sure take those off your hands if you want to donate them to the channel. That would also be consistent or classified as a sponsored video, so I would do a special video for you. Alright, so it looks like this guy is a DJ artist. I don't know what's going on with his mouth, but I don't know if he's yelling, screaming, throwing up, but nevertheless he's having a good time. Mr. P says, I have only bought one beatbox so far. I like it and will probably buy more, and glad that they are currently on sale at discount through rather than RRP. What is RRP? Or are you talking about MSRP? Triple D says, yeah, most definitely. I felt the price was high at start. Yes, I go back and forth because I understand why the price is high. So it is the same as the other CSFs as far as these minifigures here. They are the same price as the CMFs, but every time you buy one of these, the app is free. So every time you buy one of these, you're not just paying for the minifigure, you're not just paying for the beat bits. but you are paying for the app and the maintenance on the app. So that is why the price is as high as it is. So although I agree, these should not be the same hike in price, but again, I do understand. So, all right, so here is the beat bit right here. It looks like a love-struck teenager, maybe. Very cool. Drinking a soda. Hearts in her eyes. Orange hearts in her eyes, so maybe she's craving an orange soda. Recommend retail price. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you guys call it RRP. We call it MSRP, which is manufacturer's suggested retail price. I don't know if you have that same term there, Mr. P. Brickman Dan, LOL. I'm just getting the ones with minifigure heads and not molded fig heads. Really? That's interesting. Even in the blind boxes? How are you working that out? Are you opening them up before you buy them? All right, and then this guy, it almost looks like one of those old tiles with the like with a zombie or something. Alright, so next minifigure, that's a duplicate, that's a duplicate, that's a duplicate. The samurai dude, alright. So far we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so again, we are going to pop these parts off. Put the samurai guy together. Now, again, interesting. They actually, this samurai guy, for whatever reason, has a respirator, and again, they decided to add in a second respirator. So that's cool, but also it's rather interesting. Now, this samurai hat, I love this samurai hat. If this was in silver or gray, whether it could be light bluish gray or dark bluish gray, so one of those three colors, this would be amazing for a shredder. Just saying. A master shredder, that would be amazeballs. Oh, did I put it upside down? I think I put it upside down. Read that. Mr. Priest says, yes, MSRP is basically the same thing in the UK. Yeah, I figured the same. Crickman Dan says, the Lego store will sell you the one you asked for. I don't know how they know, but they do. So, that is actually a really amazing point. So, it depends on the Lego store. Not all Lego stores do that, but I have had some Lego stores that basically have marked the ones for you. Now, how they do that, essentially, from what I understand, is there is a way to scan it and know which one it is, and so they can scan it, figure out which one it is, it'll tell them, and then go from there. So it's part of, I really don't know. I have to look, to be honest. I don't have the beat boxes on here, but there's a way for them to scan it, and they know exactly what is on there. Alright, so the samurai guy comes with a mic, which is cool. This piece here is the next beat bit. It looks like a gong. Let me go back to chat. Melissa Teleska. Hello, hello. How are you? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Mr. P saying hi to Melissa. Danny says, yeah, my Lego store does the same. Yeah. So my Lego stores around me, the majority of them don't, but I do have one that does. I haven't seen it with this set. It's a little bit of a distance to drive, so I've only been there once, but they had a few of them on here with them, so it was awesome. All right, so next one is what looks like Godzilla. Yeah, exactly. So Mr. P went on to say the UPC code on the packaging, when scanned, probably tells them. I also do understand that when you get a case of them, there is a diagram online, but when you get a case of them, there is a specific order if you get a case that is always the same. However, if someone changes the order, then they get all mixed up, and you have no idea of the actual order. I realize this wouldn't button up. The third beatbox, it looks like maybe a hiker doing a jig or a dance. That's pretty cool. So far, to be honest, as far as out of the ones that I've seen here, I am actually not getting any duplicates. Now, I have some of these pieces from the beatboxes already, but as far as what I'm seeing here, I don't see any duplicates from any of them. So it looks like all of the blind boxes have different beat bits. So if you are really into the beat bits and not necessarily into the minifigures, it looks like, I mean, so far, knock on wood, I'm not getting any duplicates. So that is actually really cool. Alright, so we are going to pop those over. Alright. So this one is the, what is it, the cheetah, I believe, which is awesome. Again, another minifigure that could easily go in a zoo or as a mascot of some kind. In an amusement park or something. Here is the minifigure. And then this minifigure comes with a printed round 2x2 tile, which looks like a record, which is cool. And again, I apologize for it not being 100% in focus. But that record is cool. Now with the 3 beat bits, you have a drummer, which is very cool. You have what looks like a minifigure in the beating sun. As well as maybe a Latin dancer. In fact, you know what? Let me try something real quick. I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to zoom this other camera and see if the focus is better. Since this camera is far away. No, it's about the same. It's about the same. All right, so let's see. The cowboy and the ghost are the last two, and then the rest are duplicates. Now, with the duplicates, I'm not going to showcase the minifigures again, but I will showcase the beat bits. Now, this is the singing cowboy. Now, it's rather interesting because with the singing cowboy, they actually included two mics. Very, very interesting. So why is it that the singing cowboy gets two mics, but the shark doesn't? Giddy up, little doggy. All right. These pieces go in the bin. All right, so we have, looks like a couple rainbows on this one. Cool. This beat bit is a Scottish person with a, what's the Scottish instrument? I believe it's Scottish. He's wearing a kilt. Bagpipes? Bagpipes. 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 Alright. And then last but certainly not least, we have a horse. That's funny, a breakdancing horse. Alright. A breakdancing horse. Alright, and then the last but certainly not least minifigure that we have here. Gonna move these parts. Alright. Again, kind of the same thing. A little disappointed. I wasn't big on this one. I mean, she's okay, but this is like the ghost. I actually love the fact that her hair is, I love her hair and the way it sits. Kind of reminds me of Beatrix Lestrange. But nevertheless, really cool. I really like the legs as it kind of goes with that ghostly theme. She's got a lock on her chest with an eyeball and teeth. Now again, very interesting that she gets two mics. Why is it that she gets two mics? That is very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Now, her bead bits. We have a ghost. Almost looks like something from Beetlejuice. With a ghost, and then there's a door in the background. Second beat bit is a person playing a guitar. And last but not least, again, it looks like a minifig zombie. Very cool. So again, do you guys like the video stuff? Are you for them? Are you against them? You know, what is your mindset? Now, again, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 duplicates. Let's crack these babies open to see if we got any duplicate beat bits or if we have different ones. Now, again, it looks like out of all the ones that I've done here, I only got one duplicate, and that was this zombie guy. I don't think I got any other duplicates, which is very cool. From what I understand, there's 104, so that means I got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 36 different ones right there. That's pretty awesome. Or, well, 35, because one's a duplicate. Alright, so this piece here, go in there. Now this is the alien. I'm going to put the alien together real quick. I was actually rather excited that I got multiple aliens because of the guitar, or the mobile piano, I guess you can call it, for my, what's it called, for my music store. And it looks like we have 2 new and 1 duplicate. This looks like a lasso with bits coming down. I mean, or bits falling on the ground. I'm not exactly sure, but that is cool. This is the same beat bit as her other minifigure, so this beat bit probably is specific to her. And last but not least, it looks like a minifigure with blue hair and stars or sparkles running around her, which is cool. Alright, Shark Boy. Got another duplicate. Shark Boy's looks like his beat bit is specifically the what is it, the bird with the guitar. So that is, it looks like that is specific to him. And then the other beat bit is, or the other 2 beat bits is looks like a kazoo. And then it looks like pyrotechnics. And again, so what do you guys think of these? Do you like them? Let's talk about the beat bits specifically. What, you know, do you like all of the ones? If you've gotten these sets, do you like the ones that you've gotten? Is there ones that you would have preferred to get? Do you think they should have had different ones? Are you trying to collect all 104? Alright, now we have the genie. We got another tambourine for her, which is awesome. Alright. Alright, so we got a few things going on. So we got the genie here. I turned off the music just because I felt it was getting a little loud and wanted to, it's kind of getting a little hard to focus. So I'm going to put it back on for a little bit. Alright guys, so as I mentioned earlier before, we have some amazing stuff going on here on the live stream. I am extremely excited because I have a very special guest today. This person, I have been friends with this person for about a year now. Really great guy. He has his own YouTube channel. And his name, oh wait, hold on, why isn't it, oops, sorry. He has his own YouTube channel, and I am excited to showcase it here on my channel. This man's name is Dave Morgan. If you don't know who he is, he has some amazingly epic builds, a lot of details. He is the Dean of Details, the epic of epic proportions, because his builds are just fantastical. I am humbly excited that he is on my show, the infamous Dave Morgan. How's it going, Dave?
Hey, Scott. It's doing really well. I'm so happy to talk to you. It's been way too long.
I know, right? And for those that are watching, if I could get a sound check on Dave's voice, that would be great. But yeah, Dave, it has been a while, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate it, man. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'll answer that question in just a minute. But I have to say, one of the good things about COVID is also one of the challenging things about COVID. And that is, I've made friends from all over the country and even throughout the world now because of live streams, which is cool. But it also means there's a lot more content now and more streams to be on and more videos to watch. And there's so much content. It's hard to keep up with it all, which is why we haven't talked for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's that wonderful thing that they just keep going and going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. Sets just keep going, coming out and coming out. And I mean, a lot of us, it's funny because a lot of us are social butterflies in a non-social world right now. So it's really fun being able to connect with all these people all throughout the world and have fun and enjoy everything that we love. So yeah, like I said, very excited and thankful that you were able to make it today. I can't wait to see what you've been working on, man. I mean, because I know your builds. I know, the epically amazing details that you put into your builds. So it's just awesome that I get to see it firsthand. Well, kind of firsthand. As firsthand as it could be. So what you been working on, man?
You're making my headphones go off my head. You're making my head swell. By the way, Dion said that I could be a little bit louder. I don't know if you can fix that.
Yes, I can. So I've got the audio coming through is from. Oh wait, why did it change? All right. Let me. I do need to change the video, but yeah, show us a little technical difficulty. I guess I went too far. Should be good now. All right, cool. Go ahead.
You have so much Lego behind you. I haven't. That's really cool. I haven't seen your setup in a long time. That is so impressive.
Well, and it's definitely changed a little bit, and it's not even like those are just my spare parts. That doesn't include any of the sets that I have waiting to be put together. That doesn't include. I mean, there's so much that doesn't include. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but there is a black bin down here. It's not that with the yellow tops, but right in front of it, that is filled with a bulk buy that I just got of nothing but Friends parts, or parts from Friends sets.
Oh wow, how cool!
Yeah, so and I haven't even I've sorted a little bit because I sorted out all the dolls, and I was looking for specific pieces that the Friends sets tend to have. Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm used to looking at this camera. Now I got to look at this camera.
Yeah, no, that goes.
But they have a lot of great pieces, and they're very underutilized, so and underappreciated. So yeah.
And I like I said, I haven't been able to watch as much as I'd like, but I believe you did some Lego store pick-a-brick runs in the last few months, on and off.
Yes, I haven't. So I haven't been able to do any recently. Sarge has been amazing. So my last official, let me backtrack. So in the first part of February, me, Sarge, and Mo, because we're all in a lug together, we all went on a 9-store shopping trip. And we tried to hit 9, because we have 9 stores here in Southern California. And that's official Lego stores. I'm not talking Targets or Walmarts or anything like that. So we tried to hit all. Unfortunately, we only hit 7, and that was more because like the first one opened at 10 o'clock and was 2.5 hours away from where we met, not where I live, because where I live is an hour away from where we met up. But it was a little bit daunting to get to all of them. So we missed 2. We missed our regular home store, which we were fine with, and then we missed another store that was farther away. But yeah, we picked up a massive amount of parts, and then I took a road trip with my mom to Vegas, and we stopped by the Lego store. It was her birthday, and she was like, "Yes, we can stop by the Lego store."
So that 7-store trip, that was all in one day?
Yes, that was all in one day. So I started at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't finish until about 9 o'clock that night. But the stores, like the Disney store, we thought closed at 10 o'clock, but we found out as we were on our way to one of the stores that day that they actually changed their schedule due to COVID, and they closed at 8. If we would have been, if they had closed at 10 o'clock, like they originally were supposed to, we would have hit at least 8 of the stores. But it's because they shut down at 7 o'clock, so, you know, and most of them open at 11, so the only reason we were able to hit the ones that we did were because of that time frame, that we started way early. And it was really cool because we hit up the Legoland store, which had some really cool pick-a-bricks. They had pick-a-brick cups that included minifigures. So they were all random minifigures. The cups were more.
Wow.
Yeah, the cups were more expensive. The cups were like $42, but they included each of my cups. I averaged about 21 minifigures in each cup, and that and that included like accessories, whether it's like the little teddy bears or instruments or all of that stuff, plus hair, head, torso, and legs. So So yeah, let me check in with chat real quick. Everybody's saying hi to you, Dave. Dave's in the house. What's up, Dion? How's it going, my friend? Dion plugging the channel. Thank you very much. Dave needs to be a little louder. How's the sound right now, guys? See, Dave Morgan, you're in the chat saying hi. And then Dion says, "Damn it, Dave," or "Damn it, sorry, Dave. I spelled your last name wrong, bro." I got it right.
That's all right.
Oh, okay.
It's all okay. Up above, he said Dave Megan.
Oh, yeah. You know, we'll just call you Megan from here on out. It's cool.
No, you won't. For those minifigs,
he's like, Dave's like, I'm losing connection. What happened?
So for those minifigs, were they pre-built, or did you get to build them?
No, I got to build them. And most of them were pretty generic. I actually used several of them in my church mock that I did. And I used, there were a few chefs in there, there were a few nurses in there, and those were the ones I was really excited for because, I mean, you've seen my hospital. I always need more nurses, and then it was the same with chefs. For whatever reason, I can't hang on to chefs. But, you know, here's the thing. I want to talk about your stuff, dude.
Yeah, sorry. We haven't talked for so long. So, yeah, to answer your question, most of what I've been doing lately, and I just changed that recently because I was like, I need to change it. I've been doing videos. And that's fun because my I don't know if we even ever talked about this, but my degree is in video production. And it's been an on and off. I've worked in IT my whole career, but my degree is in video production, and it's been a hobby of mine and a passion of mine on and off for the years. So it's really fun to be able to blend two different hobbies together.
It is, isn't it? Like, I mean, you guys know, or you know too, I'm a wedding photographer, so I have the gear. You know, I have basic editing skills. I mean, I think I'm doing all right. But yeah, no, I mean, that's awesome.
So I was working on a mock for the next video I'm doing, which is one that's been around for a while. All these are mocks that are already built. Actually, the first few weren't, but the rest of them are all built. And I had to make some changes on this mock I'm about to do a video, and I just spent like, I don't know, half an hour taking off snot bricks and replacing with regular bricks. And that's when I went, I need to be doing more Lego building, and not so much video. This was fun, just doing this. So one of the recent videos I released was for this small town Main Street collab that one of the guys in our lug came up with. And last night I started working on another small town Main Street building again. I had started one a while ago for kind of a more modern building. And I started working on that. It's like, oh, this is fun. Why am I not doing this more? But that's been one of my favorite little things because unlike, and we'll get to the large stuff in a little bit, but unlike the large stuff you alluded to that I like to do, these small town Main Street buildings, the spec was 16 by 16 plate and 8 bricks tall. So they don't take very many parts and they're quick to build.
Okay, that's cool. Sorry, I was switching. Dion asked to see your for me to bring up your channel again. So I went ahead and did so, and then I'm posting a link. The link is on the screen, guys. So if you want to copy that down, it should be on there. And then and then I just posted his link in the chat under Easy Lego. So there you go. Sorry, Dave.
Thank you very much, sir. That's nice of you.
No worries.
So let me take my camera down for just a second here and show you.
We're on a roller coaster. Woohoo! Yay!
This is backwards. There we go. So these are three of the. There we go. These are three of the buildings that I did. Each one of these is a separate building. They're just put together like modulars with pins. And,
wait. Okay. So, yeah, I was gonna say, can you start with that? Is that dark bluish gray masonry brick?
This?
Yes.
Yes, that is.
Okay. Cool.
And then and then I have a dark blue. Dang it! Sorry, this is backwards when I see it on my screen.
No worries.
I have a dark blue awning, and then some dark tan masonry bricks below, and then for the second floor, I have light or dark bluish gray masonry bricks, and more dark blue to continue the theme up above.
I really like that coloring.
Yeah, thanks. I worked really hard to make all three of these different, so that different colors, different build techniques. So the second one, right over here. The second one is it's using those what are they called, palisade bricks,
Yes.
the log bricks.
Uh-huh.
Using a few of those.
In what color?
There's dark tan.
Okay.
And then there's some regular tan masonry bricks on the bottom. And then a dark brown, not dark brown, just reddish brown window frames. And then a dark green as the accent color. So the awning is dark green. And then when we go to the second floor, that is tan masonry bricks. And I've always liked this style of, see that? Yeah. That's weird. My video's way behind apparently. There we go, that's why. I've liked this style of lights, lamps, whatever you want to call them. You know,
okay.
It's just a 2x2 dish.
Yes.
And then this was interesting. This is a technique I've seen a lot of people do, but I had never actually done it. It's building a frame and basically stuffing cheese floats up into it.
Oh, wow. So, okay.
So
yeah, similar to how they do stained glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first time I ever tried that, so I thought that was fun. And then this one, if you remember the tall red office building that I did. That one had like 1,800 dark red masonry bricks that I happened to get off the pick brick wall a couple of years ago. So now I have a lot of them left over because I took that building apart because I needed the space and I'm getting better and I wanted to build something more. So I used a few of those here. I have tons of them.
Nice.
So this is kind of a more dark look. It's using the dark red masonry bricks and black window frames. And then up here on the top, I did just a little technique for just some offset colors. That's just bricks and plates in between, but in an interesting little pattern.
That's very cool, man.
And none of those have interiors because I don't generally like to do interiors, although I'm getting better at that. But then I did this one. These were so much fun. I did a fourth one. And I had just gotten these pieces off the pick-a-brick wall at the time. These are the 3x3 pink hearts. And so I decided I needed to do something with those. So that kind of became the seed piece. And I ended up building this, it's basic. I decided it was going to be a flower and candy shop.
Okay, nice.
So, and it has, there we go. It has not a super fancy interior, but it does have one. So it's got like a little cash register and some flowers and stuff like that. So there's those.
That looks awesome. And Mr. P says, very nice color variations and use of masonry bricks. I agree. I think you know this, Dave. Masonry bricks are my favorite brick of all. It doesn't matter what color. I love it. It could be the light lavender, sand green. It could be bright yellow. I don't care. I love the masonry bricks. I wish they'd do white ones, or if they would do like two-tone ones, that would be cool, where it was like white and burgundy or something like that, where it's like, you know, maybe the paint or the stucco is coming off the brick. That would be awesome. But yeah.
Hold on for just a second. They make masonry bricks in light lavender?
Yeah.
Holy cow! I don't have any of those.
Yeah, no. So it's I can't bring them out. I have a few of them. Yeah, it would be a little hard to get, but if you got, I know you don't have a city, right? Is that?
I do, but I really haven't done much with it yet. It's all just Lego typical sets.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So what is it? Diagon Alley. The one building is lavender.
Right.
And
right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so they incorporated light lavender masonry bricks into that building. So it's not just solid light lavender bricks. It's masonry. There's a few masonry bricks thrown in there. So yeah, I mean, I love those. I'm not a big fan of the color, to be honest, but I mean, I just love masonry bricks. I love the texturing of them. So
yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, lavender. They're in the 1x4s, not the 1x2. Oh, that must have been a new color for Harry Potter.
Yeah, I believe so. It is. It was funny because when I did a little bit of research, because I combined two of those sets, and they weren't full modulars. They were what's it called? They were open back, and I made them full modular. So you know, I had to kind of really work with the pieces. And the light lavender actually works really well. Like I'm not into the bright colors, but it actually really works. The only color that didn't work with that set that I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen, was the pink. For whatever reason, and there is no pink in Diagon Alley. I don't know why they decided to put the pink in there. It was like, oh, we have a bunch of this color left over. Let's just use this.
It's what was the name of the evil school person like that was in the 4th or 5th movie? I forget what her name was. That may be why. 'Cause she always was all pink.
Yes, but it's not her store. So
I know.
It's weird.
Creative license? I don't know.
maybe. But yeah, I mean, so and I can't remember her name. Those of you who are in chat, if you know it, please let us know. But yeah, no, those. You're right. That is the only pink that is in Harry Potter, but there's no pink in Diagon Alley. So
Right.
yeah, so it's cool for what it is. I took the pink out. I will probably use that somewhere along the lines, and then there's also a light yellow in that build, and that actually grew on me. I was thinking of actually taking that light yellow out. But it's very subtle. It almost, from far away, it almost looks tan. So I was going to take that out, but then when I built the building, I was like, you know what? It's not too bad. I'm going to keep it in. So
looking at Bricklink, the lavender 1x4 masonry bricks have only been in 3 sets, starting with 123 Sesame Street in Diagon Alley last year, and then the Heart Lake City Bakery this year, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I may have to grab a few of those. It's interesting, Scott, because actually I like purple a lot, but I like dark purple.
Yes.
I'm not as much of a fan of lavender.
I agree. So if I show you this, so this is one of the beat boxes, and it has that dark purple on it, and I like that color. That color really works well, not just in this set, but just in sets in general. I really like this. You might be able to see the color more in the headpiece.
Yep.
But yeah, that color really works. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the wild and crazy colors like that, but sometimes they work. I'm more of like an earth tone, kind of more of a natural color guy. That's why I like the sand blue, sand green, olive green, burgundy. Like my pab wall, it's been probably a year and a half now. When I first started collecting, the pab wall had burgundy masonry bricks, and I cleaned them out.
Yeah, I remember when you got that. We talked about that several times. I will say, I have typically leaned towards doing a lot of my builds with earthy colors because I do real world buildings, and that's how they look. But over time, it's like, I need some more colors. This is starting to look a little boring. I need to push myself. But personally, I don't like the pastel colors as much. I love stuff like dark green is one of my favorite Lego colors. Dark blue, dark red. Any of the dark colors are good, but dark purple. No, but like that medium lavender, not the lightest lavender, but the medium one that you showed, that's a pretty color too. So
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to start using some of those colors as trim, if nothing else, in some of my builds.
And that's been the cool part. So when we went on our, we called it Operation Pab Wall because we mainly went to all the Lego stores for their pab wall. That's the only thing that's different about every store. They all have the same sets, so the difference is the pab wall. And we were able to find there were some pab walls that had dark green 1x3s. They had dark blues blue 1x2s. They had snot dark blues. Like they had a very different color palette than my normal store, which was really cool. And then when I was in Vegas, Sarge actually went to Arizona, and he went to 3 different. They have two Lego stores and a Discovery Center where he went. Plus, he went to a Brix and minifigures, and he scored me some of those dark lavender pieces. I think what was it, I think he got me 1x1s. Yeah, 1x1s. He scored me some 1x1s, which were cool.
Wait, 1x1 dark
Brick.
lavender bricks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen those on the wall before. I'd probably grab some of those.
Yeah, they're the dark lavender 1x1 bricks.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. See, I think that's a good color. I also like the dark purple, which is even dark.
Oh yeah.
The dark lavender and the dark purple would actually go well with each other, probably together.
Well, yeah, because I have some mixed in here. And it looks great.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I lost it. But yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I went to my Lego store with a friend of mine for the first time in a long time. We could go whenever the shuttle was released. Maybe that was April 1st or whatever day that was. We went there. And they had 1x2 snot bricks in dark blue on the wall, which I hadn't seen either before or certainly in a long time. They
also, when Sarge went, they had 1x1 with 4 snots, 1x1 bricks in black.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The 4 snots? And yep. I didn't realize, like, I knew they were 1x1 with snot, but I thought it was just like 1 snot on one side, because you see that quite a bit. Like, I've seen sand green, I've seen light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, all in that same piece. So I had him only get me 1 cup of those. And I'm kicking myself because I'm like, I have so many uses for the 1x1 with 4 snot stud. And so I would have loved to get more of those. But let me check in with chat real quick. Mr. P says, very nice color variations. Read that. Dion says, those hearts are awesome. I got some too. Yeah, those hearts have been on a couple different, what's it called, pab walls recently. It's kind of one of their seasonal pieces that they come out every Valentine's Day or around then. They try to get them Easter,
in. One or the other.
Yeah. And then Dion says, I like all the purples. Cool. So yeah.
So what was I going to say? Oh, so I have something like 400 or 500 of those 1x1 blacks with studs on 4 sides. And I hope that's plenty. That's probably only, I don't know, half a cup. So I'm curious what kinds of things you would use so many of them for. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, so you said how many do you have?
I have something like 400 or 500.
Well, that's about a cup. Well,
is it? Okay.
I would say a cup is around probably 600 or 700. But yeah.
Right.
Well, oddly enough, so a buddy of ours, Brix, he came up with a little bit of a technique for some coral, using those with coral, and to make coral out of. Let me bring him up. So he took,
that's interesting. Yeah, I want to see this.
Yeah, so, and I've already told him I'm stealing his design, because I plan on doing an underwater section, and he was like, it's not stealing, go ahead, dude, do your thing. But let me, they're either in this bin or that bin, so let me check. So, this is something that he did. They must be in the other one. Yep.
Yeah, 50-50 chance.
I know, right? And if not, then it's probably in some other bin somewhere. But
yep.
I need to organize.
That is the challenge of getting larger collections of Lego. Is starting to figure out, where did I put that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Here they are. So what he did, and this is a really cool. So, you know, I know you're on the stream, so I apologize, but special shout out to Brix for this technique.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
So what he did was he took the 1x1, and I'll bring it to camera real quick. I'll try to angle down. And he took these pieces right here that were also on the pab wall.
Yep, I have a ton of those from the pab wall, but I don't know what to do with them yet, so maybe I'm about to find out.
Well, yeah, so it's these pieces. It's the half or the 1/4 circle.
Yep.
And what he did was he positioned them like this all the way around. Sorry for the dead air.
That happens.
And this
everybody is perfectly satisfied in watching somebody build Lego, I guarantee you.
So basically that's what he did. So I'm going to do a couple of these, and I'm going to stack them, and it looks like coral in the reef, like a coral reef.
Wow, this is cool.
So, for whatever reason, I must have missed him doing this because he's been working on his underwater theme for a while, and as you know, I've been putting parts together for mine.
Yep.
And I showed him all my brick, my merps, lurps, and all those, and he was like, "What the hell, dude?"
Yeah.
But so he stacked them like this, and when you put, because I just so happen to have my tub of like stuff, but when you,
of course.
well, because I've been putting pieces in there, but if you put a shark in there, then that looks like a shark swimming through coral.
Oh, that's really cool. I like it.
So, or if you put, a dolphin, the dolphins are a little hard because, they curve.
There's a good way to fasten them, I don't think.
Yeah.
The sharks are big enough that they'll just hold themselves in place.
Right.
That would be cool, but you need to figure out a way to offset it somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, so this is one cup here. And yes, that makes up a lot of them, yes. And to be honest, they can be a very limited part because you can't use them in buildings because there's studs on all four sides. But you can use them with stuff like this, and, as big as I want my, coral reef and stuff to be, I'm afraid I'm going to run out of them rather quickly. So since I already built this, I'm going to throw that back in there, and I'm not going to touch it.
Yep. I use those for trees sometimes in two different ways. You can actually have them be the core of a tree, and you put tiles or plates on the side of them, or you can put them up above and then take like the 3-prong stem pieces or the 6-prong stem pieces, stuff them into each of the holes, and add flowers to those, and make a nice big full tree.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's the one thing that I love about our community is we're learning from all of us. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different techniques that, because I kind of did the same thing. Like, my pad wall had them on, or they were on my pad wall for a while, and I was like, oh, I could use those as like tile around a rug or something. You know what I mean? Like, I even have the what are these called? The I had to double bag it because they were breaking the bag. But these smaller ones, these these quarter circles, round. Yeah. Yep. And then I don't have many, but I have a couple of these half, these ones right here.
Were those on the wall? If they were, I probably have them, but I don't know. I know I have the quarter round ones.
These were on the wall, but these weren't. I just have a couple of them because you get a lot of these specifically in the hidden side sets because they used it for the app, the hidden side app, to where this color represents a ghost that you can bring up on the app or whatever it is. I didn't.
If I remember correctly, you were buying a bunch of the hidden side sets, especially when they were on closeout for cheap, because you were buying them for parts.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just built my mock of the what's it called? The cemetery to go along with my church. I've done the shrimp shack. I've done the lighthouse. I have a bunch of the subways. Like, I still have, I think it's that bin that set is on right there. That bin is full of hidden side sets. Just because
I bought the shrimp shack, and I think it was after talking to you. I think you were the one that pointed out that it was on sale for really good. I haven't built it yet, but it just looked like a fun little set.
It is. It's a very fun set. I mean, I mocked it out quite a bit, but it is a very cool set.
And back to one other thing that you said. It's interesting. Every once in a while, I hear people say that some people in the Lego community are very secretive and don't like to share their techniques. I personally haven't seen that, and that's what I love about the Lego community. Everybody I know does share. We love to help each other out and share, and you do learn a lot that way.
Well, I think it depends. So, to be honest, most of unless they are selling those secrets, like on Rebrickable or something, like selling those critiques, most everybody that I've come across is like, oh no, let me show you how I do it. Yep. You know what I mean? Whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on or in Facebook groups or what have you, it's always, oh no, this is how I did it, you know, da 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 da. I find that the only ones that that are secretive, and it's specifics. Like if I built like my shrimp shack, if I wanted to put that on Rebrickable, the likelihood, I guess my mindset should be, well, I'm not going to show you how I built it because I want you to buy the instructions.
Right.
But for the most part, the majority of the community is rather open to sharing their techniques and stuff, which is amazing.
Yeah, the only time I'm ever secretive, and it's for a short period, is if I'm building a mock and I don't want people to see it until I do the video because I want them to be surprised. It's like, I just did that recently. I have a top secret mock I'm working on, but I can't say what it is.
Well, I do that too, is because most of the time I build my mocks on live streams, but I always hold back. Because then, like, I don't want people to go, well, I just saw this guy build this thing on the live stream. Why am I going to bother, watching the full review video if nothing's changed? And I'm like, no. I hold stuff back so that there is something new to see. So yeah, I totally understand.
You need that both to make the audience interested in, and also kind of, like I said, it's fun to surprise people with, wait, he didn't talk about that before. Where'd that come from?
Right, absolutely. So checking in with chat real quick, Dion said he likes all the purples, and Dion says Mark has great designs.
I think that was supposed to be macro.
Or macro has all the really great designs for a coral reef. Yeah, he does. And guys, if you have any chats if you have any questions for Dave, please shoot him some questions here in the chat. We'd love to answer some questions for you. So. Now, what was I going to ask? So to backtrack a little bit, like, what got you into Lego? Like, how did you start collecting? Like, what was your, did you have a dark age, or have you been collecting since you were a kid? Like,
no, this is actually kind of a fun story. The timeline is starting to get a little blurry in my head now, but it must have been summer of 2018. So. I have a friend that I've known for 25 years, and it happened to be that at that time I worked with him. And he had just finished building the UCS Millennium Falcon, the 7,500 piece one. And I don't know if he brought it in or he showed me a photo, but I looked at it and I went, wait, what? Wait, that's a thing? I mean, I had not been into Lego ever as a kid. So 3 years ago, I saw that and I went, oh, that's cool. So I went and bought the Millennium Falcon, built that, started buying a few other things. Then I made friends with people at the Lego store, and they pointed me to the lug, and that's when things started going crazy. Because we have a lug, a very active lug. We typically have 40 to 50 people at the. In fact, we've been running into issues where we have capacity at the venues we meet at because we have too many people. So we usually have 40 to 50 people at the physical meetings, and even in the virtual ones, we've had 20 to 30, and they're all great people. So that really put me over the edge, and then that was about the end of 2019, and Brix Cascade was coming up. In February of 2019, and I thought, okay, that sounds fun. I'll go to that. And did I display anything? I don't remember if I displayed anything or not. I don't think I did. I just went, and I decided, oh, okay, I'll go. I was going to go just to the 2-day public event, and everybody at the lug said, no, you should go to the 4-day. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is way too much fun. And so the next year, I think I brought like 14 mocks together. But yeah, I tell people. I'm on the accelerated AFOL program because I bought so many sets and so many parts over a very short period of time. I mean, so like I said, I've been in it for less than 3 years now, and I have all that stuff down there, and then more stuff up here, and then more stuff over there, and then I have an overflow room in another part of the house where I have all stuff that won't fit otherwise.
Nice. And then,
so, yeah.
And so to be honest, I didn't realize you've only been collecting for 2 or 3 years. So we pretty much started collecting around the same time, because that's about the same time I started collecting was 2019, Christmas of 2018 going into the 2019 year. That is when we got Legoland passes, and that's when I pretty much started collecting. So That's rather interesting. I didn't realize we were collecting at the same time.
And mine was like July or August of 2018. So yeah, within a few months, it is interesting. And we both amassed similarly sized collections.
Right?
So
we stand up in our perspective groups and say, "Hi, state your name. We are addicted."
Yep. And for people who don't know, probably everybody watching already knows, and Scott alluded to this earlier, I have gotten kind of a reputation. It's interesting because I didn't do this. Well, let me back up. Most of what I build tend to be real-world buildings. Like the very first thing I ever built, the very first mock I ever built, which was in January of 2019. Oh, maybe I did display something at the first Brix Cascade. Anyway, it was in January of 2019, and it was a hotel in Austria that came up on the lock screen of my computer at work, and I looked at it and I thought, that'd be interesting to try building in Lego. Let me see if I can do that. And it ended up being, I think, 14,000 pieces, and that was the very first mock I ever did.
And I think that's the first mock that I ever saw from you. And I was just like, holy cow. I mean, because that, for those people that have not seen this, did you do a video on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So go to his channel and please not only like and subscribe, but hit that bell notification for him. But check out that building. So can you? I can't bring up the video, but wasn't it like 6 32 by 32 base plates wide?
It was at least 4. I knew it was 5. Now that I think about it, it was pretty wide. I think I might be able to bring it up on Flickr here.
Yeah, do you have a picture you can show?
Yeah.
This thing is just amazing, and the details, holy cow. Now I'm gonna slap you around a little bit for not having interior details, but the exterior work on this that you did is like, holy cow. It's epic. I mean, this is let me make sure. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me adjust the screen a little bit. Let me see if I can bring it up big screen and readjust. Of course, it got out of it. There we go. And I'll include your face in there too, I guess. There we go. All right. So yeah, check this out, guys. Holy cow! This is just, as we like to say, amazeballs.
I dived in deep for my first mock, but yeah, you can see it has no interior whatsoever. It has no floor plates between the floors. It has basically no foliage, vegetation, whatever you want to say, except those 2 trees. But it does have lighting. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, and you lit it. You lit it up.
Yep. Lighting is something I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So there was that. Let's see. And actually, this is a fun little story too, because actually, wait, can you still see? There we go.
Yeah. Is that that's not the same build, is it?
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. This is the first iteration of the building. And I built it, and I thought it was pretty good. And then a friend of mine made some suggestions about things that weren't quite right about it, and at the same time, I had also realized that aspect ratio wasn't quite right. It was too tall for how wide it was. So I ended up tearing it completely down and rebuilding it to the one you saw a minute ago.
Wow. That is amazing. And people agree in chat. So first and foremost, Thomas Davey, hello. How are you, my friend? Thanks for joining us. Mr. P says hi, Thomas. People saying hi to Thomas. Dion, that's really cool. Mr. P says, wow, that is amazing. Thomas says, it's not a bad mock for a first mock. And for those of you just tuning in, I apologize for cutting you off, Dave. For those of you just tuning in here at the stream, this is my buddy Dave Morgan. He is amazing at his builds. So I want to make sure that you guys see his channel. Real quick, I'm going to shift to your YouTube channel. You can see it right there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell notification for him. That way you can see more of his stuff. But I'm going to go back to what he's showing because he's scrolling down, and he's scrolling down fast. But this, you can see pictures of, yeah, that, no, you know what? That's the first, that building right there is the first one I remember.
So, yeah, this is one that isn't finished yet, and that's why I haven't done a video on it. This is going to be about 25,000 pieces when it's done. And this is, after I finished the first one, I finally took it apart because I needed the space. I was running out of room. But I was talking to a friend when we were in line at the Lego store for some release day thing. We were standing in line going, I want to do another hotel, but I don't know where to get ideas. And it's funny because I work in IT, and he's a pastor. He's going, hey, let me show you a secret. He picks up his phone, goes to the web browser, goes to Google Images, and types European hotel. And within like 5 images, I found it. I was like, why didn't I think of that? So this is a hotel that is in France, I think. And just moving that around is a bit of a challenge because that is 1, 2, 3. That's also 5 base plates wide, and I think 3 deep. But it's 5 floors.
Oh wow! Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah. So this is the one I remember first seeing, and I remember me and you were sitting down talking about it, and it was just like, holy cow! I mean, just the sheer mass of this build and the details that you've incorporated. I mean, to be honest, the picture doesn't give it justice because if you were able to zoom in on the shrubbery and the details of the windows and all that kind of, oh, there you go. You can just kind of see the level of detail that he puts together. I mean, the bowl in this shot, the paper bowl is, I'm just kidding.
And then there's a couple of 4x6 door frames down in the center at the bottom. That'll give you an idea of how big this thing is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just amazing. I mean, great job, dude. I mean,
thank you, Scott. It's interesting because I'm looking forward to doing a video on this. I'm kind of doing my videos in chronological order of the business, which is fun to kind of see how I progress. But I'm looking forward to doing a video of this. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it where I do my normal videos because I don't think there'll be enough room. I don't think I can get the camera far enough back to see it all.
Right. No, I mean, I don't build on your scale. I mean, but the biggest buildings that I have, what is it? My church, my police station, my hospital, and my high school are all like, I have to be way far back, and it's very hard to get it in a full shot without having my camera extremely far back.
So back to our previous discussion, you'll get a kick out of this. Most of that roof is using 2x2 dark red tiles that came off the pick-a-brick wall. And if I remember correctly, there are over 3,000 of them on the roof.
Wait. I don't remember that. Those are masonry bricks on the roof?
No, those are 2x2 tiles.
Oh, okay. 2x2. Yeah, so those are still
tiered plate, and there's a couple thousand plates underneath that form the structure that the tiles go on.
That's awesome, dude. And so wait, so they're burgundy 2x2 tiles?
Yes. Those are on the wall at some point as well.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple cups of those. That's see, I didn't know that. I thought they were just the burgundy red roof pieces. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, the roof pieces would be expensive and hard to get. And it's interesting. I don't know if you've ever run into this, but I found several times as I was designing mocks, just coincidentally, right at the time I was doing it, I would go to the pick-a-brick wall and some parts that I needed showed up. Or parts I didn't even know I needed. Like, wait, that would work perfect for the roof. And so I bought a ton of them.
Yeah, I'm actually, there is a set that I'm working on right now that, what's it called? I haven't disclosed this, so here's a sneak peek. I'm not going to tell you guys anything about it, but yeah, I actually just had that recently happen. Sarge was over at a store I don't normally go to, and he showed me the pics of the menu, and I was like, I need those parts for my current build. All right, I don't need a lot of them, but just give me a handful of them, and I should be good.
And then that also brings up another discussion. I was talking with another AFOL yesterday, and about the fact that I have like a huge bag of 1x2x3 black window frames, and a huge bag of 1x2 dark red masonry bricks because of the office building. So the challenge when you build large builds like I do is when you take them apart, you end up with a lot of spare parts of certain kinds.
Oh yeah. Our friend Ned, he scored me some 2x2 brown windows that he had on one of his pab walls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
I've never seen those.
Yeah, so and then when we went on our store excursion, one of the walls not only had the what are they they're the white window frames. They're the 1x4.
4x3 probably.
Something like that. I can get them out, but they didn't just have the window frames. They actually had the glass as well.
These?
Yes.
Yeah, and I have a lot of the glass and a lot of the frames because they were on the wall.
Yeah, so we were like, holy cow, we got to get these, so I have like a ton of those. I wish they had the small window panes. That would be amazing, but, Yep.
You can't. And I'm not going to talk about it again. This is like what you and I were just talking about. The next video I'm doing uses those 4x3 bead glass pieces in a very interesting way that is not in a window frame. So keep an eye out on that. It'll be coming soon. I'm hoping to post that video this weekend.
Yeah, I've seen. I don't want to mention it just in case this is the technique that you're using. But what is it? The Ninjago Garden set, which I call Ninjago City 2.0 or Ninjago Village, because there's no garden in that set. But it uses a very interesting technique with the window pane as well. So I'm looking forward to that video.
I haven't built the Ninjago Gardens yet. I have the Ninjago City and the City Docks, and I believe I bought the gardens, but I haven't built it yet. So I'll tell you this, though. Those Ninjago City sets have just no end of amazing buildings.
Yes. So I only have Ninjago Docks and Ninjago Gardens. I don't have Ninjago City. I missed out on that set, and it's too hard for me to pull the trigger on $600 on one set. So, and that's what it's kind of going right now. But it is amazing sets. I joked around in my video saying that they must have had a roof design competition or challenge, because every single roof is different and they use different techniques and different parts. I mean, one of the roofs is the nothing but the what's it called? The game console pieces. You know what I'm talking about?
The roof techniques are exactly what I was thinking of, Scott. There's just so many amazing roof techniques on those builds.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm just in awe. I mean, there was even one, what it was their black hot dogs as the roof. Yeah, and it's like, wait, who comes up with this? Like, how did they come up with it?
Great designer. All right, so are you still sharing my screen?
Yes, I am. Do you want me to cut it?
Okay. Well, I was just going to comment on one more.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So this was interesting. I assume everybody watching will know what this means, but again, I didn't even realize the concept of seed pieces until I started doing it, not realizing that I was doing it. So a seed piece is basically when you find a piece and you go, what can I build around this? And for this particular build, the seed piece, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. You probably can't. But on the roof, there's these 1x4x3 windows, but they're slanted 45 degrees.
Okay.
So that you can put them in with sloped pieces. Okay. And I thought those were really cool. So I ended up designing a build using those. And I don't know if I had an end shot. It's a multi-sloped roof too. It doesn't just go up. It goes up for a little and then changes angles a little bit more. So it's using, I think, 1x3 slopes and then later on 1x4 slopes, or 1x2 and 1x3, I forget. But I built that, and then also on the bottom of the house, there's these 1x4x6 frames with the divider pieces that make it look like 3 pieces of glass.
That's
so
cool.
I enjoyed those.
That's awesome. Yeah, people go hitting up chat real quick. Thomas says, "Yeah, I've seen Dave on 4 channels now. Everybody loves him, so that's why one of the reasons I wanted him on my channel." Dion says, "Yeah, LOL, I've seen Dave on 3." Thomas says that swimming pool. That's a swimming pool, not a bowl. In your other, that's a swimming pool. And then Dion's chiming in saying that is a sweet beach mock, which I agree. The level of coloring and all that is purely amazing. So great job on that, dude.
You guys are making me blush.
Yeah, you're turning a darker red than you normally are.
I bought a lot more video gear after I got into it. When I first started doing YouTube videos, I thought, well, I'm just going to see if I actually stick with this or not. So I just used an old camera that I had. Well, I thought, wow, this is a lot of fun. I want to keep doing it. I bought some nicer gear. This was done on my old camera. It's like, now I kind of want to redo it with my newer. I've learned so much. I can make it look a lot better and do much more stuff.
Now, you picked up the same. Did you end up picking up the same camera that I got, the 4K Aloratech?
For the webcam, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How you like it?
For my videos, I use a much more expensive, fancier video production type camera.
Okay, well, name the camera. Come on, dude. Why are you hiding it?
Well, the first, I have two now. The first one I bought is from Blackmagic Design, which is an amazing company in terms of the quality they provide for the dollar you spend. It's not cheap. This camera was $1,300 plus a lens, so about $2,100.
Okay. But
it's a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K.
Wow.
And it is amazing. And then just recently, I bought a Sony a7S III because the Blackmagic camera doesn't have autofocus, and the Sony one does, and its autofocus is astoundingly good. And when you're doing one-man videos, having autofocus is kind of necessary.
Yes, absolutely. I don't have the A7S III, but I have this A7 III. That's what I use.
Do?
Yeah, I
Nice.
use the A7 III for my videos as well, and it is just amazing. If you ever get a chance, okay, put that thing on silent mode and just pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger and take just slightly, and be prepared because that slight tap will probably take 150 images and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
I use that when I have to. I use that. It's rare that I use that camera, and it's just because I'm a redundancy person. I want more than one camera when I go on weddings and stuff like that, just in case I need a backup. So I only have one of them, but I used it at a wedding because I was a second shooter, and as a second shooter, I don't really care. Like, it's not, I do great stuff still, but like, I'll bring my Sony, especially when it's at a church, because churches are very strict on what a photographer can do and not do. You have to be, basically not even seen or heard in a church. Okay, so I put that thing on silent mode, and because you're not allowed flash in a church, it's a spray and pray. But I got to be very careful because if I hold that trigger down too long, I may have just sprayed off 1,000 images.
I've heard of the A7 III. I don't know what the difference is between that and the A7S III, but I'm now going to look. I'm curious.
There's not much of a difference. Price is about the same. I think they've gone down in price now, but yeah, they're about the same in price. I really don't, because there's three different versions. There's the A7 III, A7S III, and A7R III. So
I've heard the R3 too, but I don't know. I think that one's more photo focused, and the S3 is more video focused, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I believe you're right, because there's a photographer that he was a Sony artisan for a while, and his name's Jason Lanier. He wins WPPI pretty much every year on multiple things. Great photographer, and he showcases that a lot. And the stuff that's just coming out of that camera is just amazing. So great job on choosing that camera.
But we don't want to bore people too much on the camera.
Yeah, I know. We could go for days on tech. It's just amazing. But Mr. P is chiming in on that beach mock. He says, agree, like the contrast of blues for the ocean. So I agree with you on that one too.
That was something else I wanted to try. That was another kind of reason I did it, was I wanted to get better at doing water. And it's not as easy as you might think. You can use different color transparent tiles, you use different plate color underneath, and it gives you different looks, and so that was fun.
Right, because Ninjago docks, and as well as, I think all three of the Ninjago builds, I can only attest for two of them, use black underneath the trans blue. In some parts they use the green under the trans blue. I know I've seen that beach mock before, and I know just in the beach you used like the regular tan for the sand, dark tan for wet sand, then you went white for the breaking waves, then you did light trans blue, dark trans blue. So I mean, there's a lot of color variants that are amazing in that build.
Good memory, Scott. Plus, I also used trans-clear cheese slopes in 1x1 and plates
around the rocks and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Wow, good memory. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a lot of fun being a stalker. It's cool.
So this is another one that I posted a video on just recently. This was fun. We have a collab at Brix Cascade, which is our local Lego convention, and a friend of mine was running the Old West collab, and I just always enjoyed it. Like the Back to the Future movies, I really like Back to the Future 3 just because it's different with the Old West feel. So I thought I'd go build something, and I looked around on the internet for a lot of different ideas. And this wasn't modeled after anything in particular. I saw it has features that I saw, but I just kind of built it on my own. But one of the fun stories is when I was trying to come up with a name, like, what am I going to call this thing? Well, guns. Guns are kind of prominent in Old West. 4-barrel. Okay, let's do that. And then I realized if I'm going to call it the 4-barrel hotel, I have to have 4 barrels. And it turned out the design was already done by then, and had a perfect place. Can you see them behind the railing?
Yes. I know the build very well. I know the build and the story very well. Yeah, it is definitely an amazing build. That is a build, to be honest. If you were to ever sell instructions, I would probably be one of the first people to buy them because I think that even though it's an Old West style build, I think that contrast of Old West being in a city would work really well, just as something fun. I don't know. I'm sure you've probably been to it because I know you've done some traveling here to Southern California too, right?
Not for a long time, but yes.
Okay, so back in the day, down the street from Knott's Berry Farm, they had an Old West style restaurant, and it was similar to Medieval Times in that it was a dinner and a show, and that would be an amazing thing to be able to add. So,
cool.
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, that would be a really cool like dinner theater type, essence of a build or something that I could put in my city. So I really like this set. It's an awesome set.
Thank you, and it's interesting, Scott, because just my head is screaming. You need some color variation in there. Like add some green, but it's like that's not Old West.
No,
there's dried out,
There's no green in the desert. Trust me, I live in one.
Exactly. I'm thinking like those 2x2x4 bush pieces. I have some, like 20 of them in dark tan, and I had to pay like 80 cents a piece. I really wish Lego would make those in dark tan again. I have tons of them in green and lime, but not in dark tan.
Well,
they work really well in here.
Yeah, and if you wanted to add some shrubbery or something like that, the one set that comes to my mind that I know it's in is take a look at the haunted, what is it called? The Haunted Mansion Ride set. Because they have some of the flower stem pieces in I want to say they're the dark nougat, but they're like 5-spoke.
Oh, yeah, I know what I think I have some of those actually.
Yeah, so they're like, I wish I had some rather close by so you kind of get more of a reference, but yeah, they're like 5-spoke, and like if you could put a couple together, it would be good as a tumbleweed.
In fact, I think that's how the Bricklink Saloon, the Bricklink ABP project Saloon did it that way.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that would be a great piece for like some kind of shrubbery. But yeah, there's no. I mean, other than what is it? Shoot, I have a bunch of them on my property. I got juniper trees, Joshua trees, cactus, and they don't. Lego doesn't really make a whole lot of cactus pieces.
Right.
So yeah.
What state are you in? I don't remember.
I'm in Southern California,
right?
Yeah, I'm in Southern California.
Interesting, because I didn't. Central Southern California?
No.
Because I didn't. Are you near the coast? Because I don't picture cactus and that kind of stuff down in Southern California.
Yeah, no. So I am in an area called the High Desert, but a lot of people have the same idea. So when you have Southern California, it's kind of weird how I'm showcasing it, but it kind of comes down and then comes to this side. Well, there's basically a dividing line between Southern California and Central California, and it's this mountain ridge. It's it's called the Grapevine, and it travels all the way through the Cajon Pass and all the way out to like 29 Palms, Palm Springs, that area. So this is, and it basically, it's in short the San Andreas Fault, like it's that mountain range. So I live we moved about, it's coming up on a year now. We moved up to an area called the High Desert, and it's like basically Victorville, a city called Victorville, Lancaster. It's still technically Southern California by geographical terms, but it is on the northern side of, like that gray area between Southern California and Central California. But if you go out to Palm Springs, you're going to see a lot of more desert. It's the Hollywood atmosphere that they showcase is actually more just actually towards LA. Once you start going out towards LA, it's a lot other atmospheres.
Right. That makes a lot more sense because I've been to Victorville and I kind of know what that terrain looks like, and that's a pretty area. I like it. I mean, you don't get a lot of green, but I still think it's pretty.
Yeah, and the sunsets are amazing. I mean, the sunsets are just to die for, and there's not as much smog. We don't get a lot of cloud coverage because, I mean, it doesn't rain in this area. It's a desert. And all that. But Thomas Davey is asking, show us the interior. Can you show us the interior of that saloon, or should I just say, hey, go to his channel and watch the video?
You mean my Old West Hotel? I don't think that one has an interior at all.
Oh, okay. It's more of a facade. Okay.
I'm getting more towards doing the interiors. Oh, this is the one I haven't shown yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. But there's one coming up that has the most extensive interior I've ever done.
Gotcha.
And that hopefully will be coming in a few days. Are you seeing this one now?
I'm seeing the green one, yes, the sand green.
Yeah, so this is a houseboat. Again, there was a collab at Brix Cascade called the Port of Brickport, which one of our guys did. And it was huge. It was, I don't know in base plate stud dimensions, whatever it was, but it was probably 16 feet wide and 4 or 5 feet deep, and it was covered with all kinds of different marine builds that people did. And one of the things that he suggested when he posted it was houseboats, and I thought, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's what you're seeing on that red part there that's you would never see that, and the brown tiles above it are basically the walkway, like when you walk down into a marina.
Right.
So the part away from what you're seeing is the part that would be out on the water.
Yeah. The red part would be more along the lines of like a hull for the actual boat part of the house, right?
Well, no, it's actually up against. That's what I'm saying is, so the brown part is just a walkway that goes in front of, like if you had a whole bunch of houseboats next to each other and you're walking along the walkway.
Like a dock.
But they're all backed up against like a piece of ground or whatever. So you wouldn't ever see that part. You would only see the top part.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
But that was fun. I did another one later, which I'm going to be posting a video on soon. But this one was showcasing, highlighting the 1x6x5 panels. That's another thing. Actually, you'll be a fun person to talk to about this because you've been to the walls as much as I have. Of course, we haven't been able to do this lately, but I got really good over time at maximizing stacking of parts.
Yes.
And those 6x5 panels aren't terribly space efficient.
No.
Unless, and this one, I can't take claim on. A friend of mine came up with this idea. But at the same time, they had 2x6 plates in tan on the wall. And if you take those 6x5 panels and you put them back to back, and you put 2x6 plates on the top and the bottom, and before you do that, you fill the inside with like those quarter-round tiles or 1x2s, that all of a sudden becomes quite cost-effective.
Yes. Yeah, I spent a lot of times. My pad wall had the 1x2x6, or is it 1x2x6 or 1x2x5?
Oh, the 1x2x5 clear, yeah.
Yeah, so they had a lot of the 1x2x5 clear. They had a lot of the 1x2x5 white.
Yep.
And those are mainly the two that I have, and I spent lots of time trying to figure out how to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to surprise you or not, but I figured out by stacking them in columns, I was able to get just over 100 of the 1x2x5 clears in a single large cut.
Yeah, that's about what I got too. So I was able to, because, so oddly enough, the 1x2x5 columns, I think two, I have plenty of Pab cups right here. Two or three, I think it's three actually now that I look at it. Three fit along the edge. So, that's 3, 6, 9, and you can go 5 tall. Or no, you can go 4 tall. Because the 3 tall actually goes up to like, what is it, the top dot, but there's actually, that gives a little bit of room. My pab wall allowed me to go 4 tall. So I did 4 tall, so that's kind of cheating. but yeah, I was able to stack, and it was a pain in the butt. I spent about an hour per cup trying to figure that out.
But the thing is, I just looked again recently because I'm going to be mentioning this on the video that's coming up. Those parts on Bricklink right now in quantity new are between 30 and 40 cents a piece. So if you look at 100 of them, that's 30 to 40 bucks, and you're spending 16 on a cup and not having to pay shipping.
Right.
It becomes a pretty good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, the majority of the time when I get pab pieces, they're very small. I mean, and I don't go above. If they're 1x6 bricks, I will get those, but that is like the biggest piece, and it's because like I went to the wall and filled my cup with, I think they were like the 8x8 black plates. Well, no, they had black. I have done tan, and I got robbed. I was like, wait, I filled the cup and I tried to stack it as much as possible, but it just wasn't working. Because toward the bottom, like the 8 is too big, and I should have just ordered them on Bricklink. But that was the only time that I ever felt kind of robbed at the store. The majority of the time, the biggest piece I got, my wall had the 1x6x5 white or trans clear panels. You know which one I'm talking about?
It's these, right?
Yes, yeah. So they had those, but I picked those up when they were filling the cups, and they were giving me extra scoops, and I filled up an entire bin, and then some. I've actually used quite a bit out of here since, but this is 2 cups.
Yep.
That's
pretty good, actually.
Yeah, and this was actually filled, but this was 2 cups, and they hooked me up. Like, the guy at my store, I love him to death, his name's Zach, he was like, I had told him, I go, don't skip on those, because those are the bigger pieces, and he goes, I'm sorry, what are you saying? Like, he's like, sorry.
Yeah, I found that generally all the Lego store employees are really nice and friendly.
Yeah, to be honest, there's been a couple stores that we have been. It's been really weird. I felt like it was just an off day, but I've gone to them a couple times, and they're not so happy people. But that's an individual basis. So.
And I will say, back to the 8. Oh, go ahead. You're gonna go to chat.
I was gonna go to chat real quick. So Tom is asking the interior on the saloon. We covered that. Tom says 4x4 plate is the biggest I have gotten in pad cups. That's for the most part that would be the biggest piece for me as well, other than the columns and those pieces right there. So what were you gonna say, Dave?
Oh, 2 things. I did 6x8 black plates because I needed large quantities of them, and I figured out a way to stack them that they were still pretty cost effective. They were not much less than Bricklink, but they were less, and you didn't have to for shipping. But back to your specific comment, they had 8x8 tan plates on the wall for a long time, and I ended up using a ton of those in that big hotel build, the big red one that I haven't done a video on yet, because I needed them for floor sections. And what I did was I filled the bottom of the cup with small pieces, and once the diameter was big enough to accommodate an 8x8 plate, I stacked the rest of them up that way and filled in the corner side pieces with smaller things again. And I just did that over and over multiple weeks, and I got a lot of them, and it was still pretty cost effective. What
I've done is a similar thing where for a while just to get those tan plates, I would always basically leave an inch from the top of the cup and just fill the inch, and I would fill it with every cup. And I would stack them. Now, I wouldn't stack them completely. I would interchange by one stud.
Here.
That way they were easy to pull off.
Yep. That's exactly how I did it.
And I would stack them that way, but I would I would literally go in, and you kind of know me enough, Dave. Some of the others in here that know me well enough to where when I go into a pab, a store to get pab, I'm buying pretty much a minimum of 10 cups. So 10 cups, and I leave an inch on every cup. When I was doing that, I mean, I was able to amass quite a bit of those.
Yep.
So, but the majority of the time, I look for a lot smaller pieces, so I get a bigger bang for your buck. I mean, my biggest claim on that is this right here, and I know you'll appreciate this. Is
yep, I have a bunch of those too.
Like I want to say this is about 2 or 3 cups. Like, and I've got a ton of them. And
well, the other thing, I gotta go grab something that was on our wall. I don't know if you got. I think you got these yourself. Hold on.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to check in with chat again. Let's see. Thomas says Dave's volume is too quiet. Plus, my kids are too loud. All right. So on that note, I will turn him up.
Hello? Is that better? I don't know.
So let me know, Thomas, if that is better.
So what I was going to show you was they had a bunch of these.
Hold on. Let me adjust the. Where is it? Oh, it's on scene 3. Let me adjust back real quick. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Close that. And let me bring you back up to where I had you guys before, before. And go.
So they had a bunch of these on the wall. These are 1x2 dark trans blue tiles, and I got a ton of those. I think you got even more than I did. Yeah. That's the Scott I know and love.
Yes, my friend. I got a ton of these.
That's got to be around 10,000. There's a lot there. That's got to be around 10,000. At least 5,000 or 6,000.
Yeah, I definitely got my money's worth. Now, I will be honest, I didn't set out to get this much originally. One of the reasons I do have this much is, so I made a deal with my Pabwall manager that if I ever asked her to order a piece, that if it didn't sell in a week, I would buy her out.
Yep.
Because I wanted to put my money where my mouth was. I told her flat out, and obviously I don't have to do this, but I wanted her to trust me in that, hey, first and foremost, if I order a part, I'm not just ordering it for me. I'm hoping to order it for the AFOL community. I'm not going to have her order a bright yellow, 1x4 with snot on the side. I don't know that the AFOL community would care about those pieces versus a 1x4 light bluish gray with studs on the side. They're going to care about. You know what I mean? So I asked her to order those, and she's like, oh, yeah, okay. And I would come in, a couple weeks later and ask her about it, and she was like, you know what? Those pieces are very hard to come by, but I promise I have ordered them. The moment they come in, I will let you know. So they came in. She called me and said, hey, Scott, got your part in. How many cups you want? And I said, well, how many cups do you have? And she was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I will buy as much as you allow me to buy. And she goes, well, because I ordered it specifically for you, I will go ahead and allow you to buy 6 cups. Okay? And I said, okay, that's fine. I totally appreciate that. She's like, because then I wouldn't have anything to put in that spot. And I said, okay, no problem. So she ordered, I bought the 6 cups, and I let everybody know in the PAB group and in my communities. I don't know if you know this, I'm actually a member of three different lugs now. So I let everybody know, hey, they're on the wall. Like, within an hour, she was sold out. And she ordered another round, and she was like, so how many do you want this time? And I said, well, I'll take a couple cups, and I know you sold out within an hour, so I will leave because I got some before. I will let I will let people have them.
That's the way I go too.
Yeah. So she had another round come in, and I think I bought like 3 cups, and same thing, they were sold out within a day. So I guess accidentally, and I didn't know this until after this had happened, but accidentally a 3rd shipment of them came in, and because she had tried to order them so many times, a 3rd shipment came in, and I saw that they were on the wall, and I didn't realize it was a different shipment. I'd come in a couple weeks later, and she'd gotten a new shipment in, and I didn't know. So I'm like, what the hell are these? Like, why are these still on your wall? And she was like, well, they haven't sold. And I was like, well, obviously. And so I told her, I said, fill them up. I'm gonna stick with my promise. And she didn't realize it either. And then I came back, and she was like, hey, I want to apologize because that was actually the 3rd shipment that came in. That wasn't part of our deal, so I'll hook you up for doing that. But anything that doesn't sell on our wall that I specifically order, which is rare, I don't take advantage of that. But if there's something on the wall that doesn't sell that I've personally requested, I buy them out.
So are you telling me that those 1x2 dark trans blue tiles didn't sell out?
The 3rd time around, yes, they didn't sell out, which was very
That's
shocking.
mind-boggling.
I know.
I can't believe that.
I know, and Thomas is saying the same thing. He's like, that's an ocean.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. I was very surprised myself. And so I was like, hey, I was actually going to ship them. I'm not going to mention their name, of course, but I was actually going to ship 3 cups to someone we know before, yeah. So, but that's another reason why I have so much. But yeah, I mean, it was a shocker to me. So, now she trusts me. She's like, no, I get it. You're gonna take care of us. So, because yeah, the last thing I want her to do is have a part sitting on her wall for 3 weeks, and all that. So.
And I don't know for sure. I mean, I am a member of another lug, but it's a virtual one. I'm only a member of one physical lug, and so I don't really have a lot of experience with other lugs. But I will say that our community here in the Portland area there's some crazy talented builders and a lot of really passionate people who buy stuff all the time. So anytime, literally, I used to go to the Pick-a-Brick wall once a week, sometimes twice a week, and the manager would tell me, okay, we get our stuff in on Thursday night, we put it out on Friday morning, so come on Friday morning when we open.
Yeah.
And I would, and some of that stuff would sell out within an hour, because there were usually half a dozen of us AFOLs who were there like vultures as soon as the stuff got brought out. And there was one time, I know I've told you this story, but I'll share it anyway. There was one time during the summer where I would usually buy, unlike you, I usually buy like 2 cups, maybe 3 cups. There was one time during the summer where they had such a crazy selection of parts that I bought 14 cups on one day.
Nice. Yeah, so
couldn't believe it.
I think in our trip I bought, it was 25 between all the stores. Mind you, though, keep in mind that I think there were 3 stores that I didn't buy any PAB at all. So, but I was prepared, and I told Sarge and Mo this. I was actually prepared. I had saved up and all that to buy 10 cups at each store. So I was prepared for, and that was an average, because I knew I would probably go to a couple stores and I would only want 2 or 3 cups. Plus, I knew Mo and Sarge were buying parts. And the last thing I wanted to do was not just bog the store down, but take away from what they wanted. So, and we switched off who got dibs first. So it was like at the we basically, when we walked into that store, because you have the order form. You have the order form. It was like, all right, who's going first this time? Okay, Scott, you went first last time. All right, now Sarge, it's your turn. All right, next door, Mo, it's now your turn to go first. That way we weren't, I take a look and they have 1x3 light bluish gray bricks, and I'm like, I want every single brick. You know what I mean? Like, we were hoping for masonry bricks, but there were no masonry bricks.
If you had bought 10 cups per store, 70 cups, that would have been epic.
Oh yeah. But I, like I said, I had set enough money aside just in case, and I figured, like I said, some stores would have the same parts, So there was a good chance that I wouldn't buy 10 cups, but in not buying 10 cups at that store, it gave me the opportunity to buy a couple sets. Because there were some sets, you know, there were some sets that I was looking for at the time, like I was looking for the blacksmith, because that had just come out. I was looking for a few other sets, the Trouble in Tatooine, and a few others that I was like, these are the sets I want. So, you know, I planned accordingly. But
and I'm assuming the reason that you didn't buy from some of the stores is because they had the same selection as other stores did.
Yes and no. So there were two stores. One in particular, I just didn't like them, so I didn't buy anything. They were just like literally, we walked in and they were rude from jump. I mean,
Wow.
like they yelled at it because we had walked into this store. I'm not going to say the name of the store, or the city, or anything like that. But we had walked into this store, and we hear this scream because like the first thing that we saw walking into this store was keychains, and Mo was like, "Oh, they have keychains, cool. Those are cool." And we hear, "Don't touch the keychains!" Like someone yelling at us saying, "Don't touch them," and we were like, "Whoa,
that's weird."
All right, yeah, it was exactly. And then it was like Mo was just like, "I'm done, I'm out." And then I looked around, I shot some video. Now Sarge kind of helped with this. Or not kind of, he did it. So special shout out to him. But he called all the stores ahead of time and said, "Hey, listen, we're coming. You know, we're going to buy."
Cool.
You know, because we wanted to find out. Hey, is the pab wall open? You know, are there any restrictions? Like, what do we have? Because we want to go in there, and we were trying to hit all 9 stores, so we wanted to get in and out. And the furthest store was San Diego. So, which is a 3-hour drive one way, not including traffic. So, and that's from where we met. Again, I'm 45 minutes to an hour to where we met. So, we wanted to make the most of our time. So, if there was a store that wasn't offering anything, you know, as far as having the pab wall open, we just didn't want to go to that store. So, so we called all ahead, and one store was like, "Yeah, we're not doing pab wall, but we're so excited about what you're doing and what your plans are, we're going to open it just for you." So that was really cool. Yeah, so, and they were awesome. But it was, it was a very interesting experience. But yeah, I mean, I mainly go to the Lego store for pab and those exclusives. The reward, the reward VIP points, I could care less about. They're only 5% back. So, and I know Target and Walmart, there's buy one get one free deals, buy one get one, you know, deals or 40%. Whatever, you know, there's a lot of deals that they run.
Yep.
So,
Thomas Davey says, "I'm kind of glad that the wall is an hour and a half away."
Right? I mean, that's kind of the bad part. So when I lived closer, the Lego store was only 15 minutes away. So like you were saying, I would go 2 or 3 times a week because I knew, you know, and this was when I first started collecting, but I was like, well, I can go on a Monday and get anything that was on the wall, and then my store gets their shipments on Wednesday, so I could go Thursday and get any new parts. Because I would always ask, "So what do you have in the back?" You know, like, and they would like, "Well, we have this, and this," you know. So, so yeah, I mean, that is the bad part about the Lego store is that pab wall, because if they I got the same deal on masonry bricks. She only let me buy 6 cups, and she packed, yeah, right. And I got a full bin of masonry bricks and they were sold out. I think they were sold out in about 30 minutes. So yeah, it was rather interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. When I used to go to the wall all the time, I would go there on Fridays and buy all the stuff that was obvious. I was like, okay, I got to buy that, no brainer. And then I would typically see other stuff like, do I have any of this? How is the price of this? You know, if I can stick in a cup compared to going on Bricklink, how does it fare? And almost invariably, I would end up going back on Saturday and buying a few more things. Like, yeah, these are pretty good deals too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, especially when you come across a really good part, it's one of those things that you can't help but you know, but get those individual parts. I mean, it's just like I said, they had masonry bricks. They had the tan or the light bluish gray masonry bricks. I mean, you give me those all day. I mean,
yeah.
they had what was it on one wall? Again, talking about macro, he had dark tan masonry bricks on his wall, and they bought out, and he was willing to ship me a couple things, and he was like, "So, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. There's about 400 masonry bricks on this cup, and it's gonna cost me about $40 to ship them to you."
Oh, wow.
And they're I think $17 a cup.
Yep.
And so he's like, "Is it?" He goes, "I think you would probably get a better deal if you ended up going through Bricklink." So he's like, "If you want them, cool. Send me the money. I'll ship them to you, no problem." And I was like, "You know what? Yeah. I mean, you're talking $40 per cup, basically, if you include shipping." So
yep.
I was like, "Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily worth it." So.
One last story along that line, and then we can start wrapping up because I got to get going here before it's too long. But you'll appreciate this since we've been in the Lego journey about the same amount of time. When I first got into Lego, and I started going to the store, this was even before Brix Cascade the first time, and maybe even before I joined the Lug, I would buy like an eighth of a cup of something or a quarter of a cup, and that'll be plenty. Here's the lesson learned story. Early on at the store, and I have never seen them since, they had 2x2 light bluish gray tiles on the wall.
Are you wait, sorry, 2x2 light bluish gray?
Yep.
Yeah,
all the time.
When we meet, I have a size 15 foot that is gonna kick your butt for not buying as much.
Because I think I bought like half a cup, and I thought that'll be plenty. And then they never showed up again. And for the dark reds, I bought like 3,000, and the dark tans I have about 5,000. And I would have loved to. I probably would have bought at least 4 or 5 cups, if not more. And again, along the kind of something else that you said, I want to make sure that every Lego fan gets, and kids and everybody gets a chance to buy stuff. So when there's really cool parts on the wall, I would buy maybe 2 or 3 cups, and then wait, because the gal that does our ordering is really nice, and she said her typical mode was anytime she ordered a part, she would order it again if it was until it was on the wall for at least a week. Once it was on the wall for at least a week, she wouldn't order it again. That meant I could always get more, but it might take me 3 or 4 weeks to do it, and that's fine because that way everybody else gets a chance to do. I hate to come in and like buy out the store and then have some kid come in and want to build something and just want a handful and not be able to get them. So
right, and that's the thing too. So. Like my store hasn't the only parts that they've had as far as 2x2 tiles are the burgundy and the dark tan. Yep. But every once in a while they get these in, and these are the dark bluish tan 1x2s. Yep. And I've bought a bunch, and instead of using the 2x2s for sidewalks, I use these. And it gives it more of a brick laid, accent, which is really cool. And then I have the same amount of these, or as these, in white, and then I have a little bit more in dark nougat of the 1x2s because they were on the wall.
Those are on the wall too. Yep. So in general, tiles are usually a really good deal to get on the wall. They also had 1x4 black tiles and 1x4 dark green tiles on my wall. And I got a bunch of those.
I don't have as many of those. But I do have a nice size 5-gallon bag of each. But it's one of those things where it's like I love those colors, but then as we talked about earlier, I would love a variance in colors. I mean, that way I can do different color rugs and different color this or different color that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the pad walls are amazing. I also go for the staff most of the time. Like I said,
the staff is great. Everybody is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, when we went to the Vegas store, I think I got 22 cups there at just the one store.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. But it was because like they had 1x3 light bluish gray brick. They had 1x3 dark bluish gray brick. They had two, 1x2s that in I think dark green. They had 1x2 in black.
Yep.
Brick. I mean, they had all of these amazing parts, and I kept apologizing. I'm like, listen, you can tell me to stop. And she's like, "Why would I do that? This is sales. This is what we do." And and I told her, I was like, "Well, we went on the trip, and some the other store that I wasn't too pleased with, they like got on our case because we were buying so much." And I was like, "Well, we did call in advance. Like at the Vegas store, I didn't call in advance, so I felt really bad." But she's just like, no. And here I had like 22 cups, and she's like, "Would you like any more? Like we can fill you up. We can keep going. Let us know." So
it's interesting, Scott, because like I said, with COVID, and because we can't stack, and because the part selection hasn't varied much, I haven't bought anything in a long time. But here's the sad part: I don't really miss it. I mean, what I mean by that is I have lots of parts. I don't necessarily need more, but honestly, I get to the point, and people will buy fancy clothes, or they'll spend a lot of money on food, or they'll alcohol. My fun was pick a brick, and even if I didn't necessarily need it, I'm not just going to buy parts I don't ever use. But if it looked cool, I'd buy a cup or two a week, and it was just my fun money. So I'll probably still go back and do it, even though I don't miss it per se. But as you said, I like going in just to talk to the employees. I would usually try to go in. Like I said, I'm 12 to 15 minutes away, and I have a flexible work schedule. So I can go in mid-afternoon when there's no other customers around and talk to the staff for half an hour, and it doesn't matter because there's nobody else there.
Yeah, see, so one of the good parts about my store is they get their shipments on Wednesday. So a lot of they basically have full staff on Wednesday, but Wednesday isn't necessarily their busiest day.
Right.
Because it's midweek, especially with schools in my area are actually going back to on campus. They're not getting as many people in. Plus, with other shutdowns, it's just not there. So, I can go in there on a Wednesday morning, get there right for opening, and they're going, hey, even with my mask on, they're going, dude, what's up? How's it going, Scott?
Oh, yeah.
And even more so now, they're like, it's Mr. 36 Brix. What's up? I'm like, shut up, guys. You guys know me more than that.
Yeah.
But
this has been so much fun, Scott. It's funny. It's like I feel like we're just having a chat like we used to, and people happen to be watching, and I hope we're not boring them because we're just having all kinds of fun talking about whatever, and hopefully the chat is enjoying it.
And you know what? If we're boring them, it is what it is. I'm having fun talking with you as always. I mean, we've always had a really good time talking. It's your fault we don't talk more.
It actually is, yeah. It's interesting because the place I work was not doing well. I finally got bought at the end of the year, and things are getting really interesting now for me in a very good way. I have a lot more responsibility and a lot more possible career advancements, but it's also starting to get me really busy.
Yeah, I hear you on that, man. I hear you on that. Well, like I said, I know you've got, you're stream hopping today, so I know you're hanging out. Another special shout out, Dave. Thank you so much for being here. I had it up. Let me see. Oh yeah. So give us a little bit. Where can they find you? I'm going to put your YouTube channel screen up. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you're up to. Go for it.
So yeah, like on YouTube, it's youtube.com/DaveMorgan999. You can find me there. And on Flickr, you can search for. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Really? Trying to figure out how to search for me on Flickr, and I'm not finding it. Oh, search people, maybe? There we go. DLMorgan999 on Flickr. When you search, make sure you say search people, because otherwise it searches for photos and doesn't find anything. And that's really the only places that I am.
Okay. Cool deal. And, you're more than welcome, because I know where you're going to be this afternoon. Where can people find you on your next live stream?
Actually, I don't know if I'm going to be in the one today. I'm going to be a judge, but I actually am on live streams regularly with Brix Smith.
Okay.
Julian Smith. He's really nice. He's somebody that I met, interestingly, that Beyond the Brick did a 24-hour live stream. They do that every year for charity. Okay. And I was on the one, whenever it was. I don't think there was one 2020 because of COVID, but the one before, no, there must have been. Yeah, it was 2020. I think it was early 2020. And I met a number of people there, including Brix Smith and a bunch of others who I've now become friends with. Tasman Brix in Australia is another one. But I'm on a live stream every Sunday night, Pink Bucket Nation, and I'm also on one Monday night with Rick Blaze, which is on Twitch, and then I'm usually a guest on one on Wednesday night with Rick Smith, where he's doing Lego's Ultimate Builds. So that's kind of where I tend to hang out, is with him.
Awesome, cool deal. All right, man. Well, like I said, I know you got to get going, so thank you so much for hanging out with me and us. It was really cool. Love your builds. I mean, they're just epically amazing on so many levels. So, again, thanks for being here, man. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for the invite. This was so much fun, Scott. And I'll see you later.
Yep. All right, guys. So, again, just giving you guys a heads up. If you guys want to check out Dave on his channel, it's Dave Morgan on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications on his channel. He does some amazingly epic builds, and I am extremely excited to have him on the channel. So I'm going to rotate back. We're going to hang out for a little bit more, just us. Let me go back into the live chat. Thomas Davies says, I got 1 cup of light bluish gray masonry brick. That's plenty, right? Well, I got to be honest with you. It depends on what you're building, my friend. I mean, because honestly, I was able to get 6 cups. This is about 6 cups that I have right here, and I honestly, I've used a little bit, of course, but this is nowhere near the amount that I would like. I have a couple builds in mind for these masonry bricks. I also, when it came to the red, burgundy red, this bin was actually full, and this is how much I have left. I used a lot of these on my high school build. So it's one of those things where because I use so much, that's why. I mean, there's probably a good 150 still in here. But I would really love for my wall to have them back on there. You know, I don't have many of the other colors. I would just love to get those other colors, but it is you know, it's very hard to get those on the Bricklink wall. So let me go back to chat real quick. Everybody thanking Dave for being here. And again, thank you so much for being here, Dave. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Dave Morgan is thanking everyone. It was fun. I'm glad you were here, Dave. Everybody's saying bye to Dave. So yeah. So a couple things I wanted to showcase just because I didn't get to earlier. We got, for the most part, we got a bunch of other of the what's it called, the beat bits, but I think they were, for the most part, all repeats. I think this was a new one as well. Let me bring this back in so you guys can see. So this was a new one that I saw. It was a headbanger. So that is pretty cool. I think this was another. Oh wait, no, that's a those are all duplicates. This one is different as well. This is one. It looks like an old school video game of a Lego minifigure jumping over some snakes or something, which looks pretty cool. So we got that one. That one was, I think, a new one. This dancer here is a new one, I'm pretty sure. Or singer or something, whatever they call it. And again, I apologize that it's out of focus and it's hard to see, but that kind of gives you an idea. And I want to say, oh, well, I guess we got 2 headbangers. That was the other samurai. But there you have it, guys. So I'm going to showcase all of them over here. But that is all of the minifigures that I put together. this afternoon, and all of the beat bits. Again, sorry with my shoddy camera work. But yeah, those are a lot of fun. I really like those beat bits. The beat boxes are, if you guys haven't seen my video on the one yet, I'm going to be posting another video shortly in regarding to the other beat bit that I have, or beat boxes. I'm doing a couple short videos on those. Those are really cool. But yeah. I'm also going to be trying to figure out different ways of utilizing these other pieces, just to show you what you could potentially do with those, because there is a few different ideas that I have, but that is some fun stuff. So we've been going for almost 3 hours, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hang out. Again, special thanks to Dave Morgan for hanging out with me today. It was amazing to have him on the show. I do plan on trying to do a showcase, once a month if I can, depending on their schedules, to have different YouTubers on here or different builders of any kind. That way they can show you what they're up to and all that kind of fun stuff. So again, thanks guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Really do appreciate all of the love and support. Again, special thanks to Danny or Triple D Honey for that amazing $10 super chat earlier in the stream. Really does mean a lot. It's getting me pumped and hopefully slimming me down a little bit. But yeah, so please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time on 36 Brix. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me here on the live stream. It was an amazing experience. I love hanging out with you guys. As always, I feed off your guys' energy. When I see so many people like yourselves here in the live stream, it really pumps me up and gets me going. So I hate to cut it, but I gotta go. I do want to give a special shout out to all the moderators that joined me tonight and helped moderate the stream. I also want to give a special shout out to all of my members. Again, thank you so much for all your love and support. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to patreon.com/36brix. That's patreon.com/36brix. Check out my memberships and you could sign up for one yourself. Again, thank you guys for joining the live stream, and we will see you next time on 36 Brix. Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a quick shout out and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. It means a lot that you've taken the time to support what I do and appreciate all the effort that I put into both the videos and the streams. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. For those of you that are not members, please check out patreon.com/36brix. That's patreon.com/36brix, and check out the packages that you could take advantage of to get more content